I talked about that on the last.
Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akiam. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, Rakakwadash. All praises and glory is due. And this, I'm going to be responding to this video right here. I'm not going to call it response to the title of the video. I'm going to be responding a little bit to this video right here. And this is a video from Matt Hoffa 3 years ago, right? And if you know about the Matt Hoffa YouTube channel, I think Matt Hoffa is an American rapper, right? But he usually goes into some of the more deeper secrets and practices within the music industry in America by Babylon the Great. So this is the kind of place where you go where you usually hear about how different rappers are the different things that rappers have to do in order to get famous, and basically what's selling your soul, right? Because you have that term of selling your soul and what it really entails when it comes to the music industry and really the broader entertainment industry, if you really want to go deeper into it. Okay. And usually he brings up all these rappers and they discuss just exactly that, what goes on, the inner workings of the industry. And I was just watching this video about this guy that they brought up, Smart, and they said that he's a New York rapper. So they were also going to the same thing, and this is the title of the video. Okay. Heated debates. Are satanic cults controlling hip hop? Good versus evil. Is it that simple? Comment, right? So now they started talking about, what's really going on in the industry, and if, the industry is actually working for Satan, right? And of course, when they say Satan or the devil, they mean the spiritual demon Satan. But with our in this truth, you understand that Satan and the devil is referring to Esau Edom, the so-called red man, the so-called white man that is ruling over the earth, specifically the industries, the owners, or the shareholders, the CEOs, right? All the guys at the top of these industries. That is who the devil is. That is who these rappers and these musicians and these comedians and these movie stars and these athletes are selling their souls to. You ever notice how none of the guys at the top are ever Jakes, ever Israelites, but the faces are always Israelites, right? The guys that are doing all the singing and are doing all the work are always Jakes, but the guys at the top are never Jakes, are never Israelites. It's always an Edomite, right? Whether it's a small hat or just your vanilla, regular, degular European, Brit, Brito, Germanic Edomite, right? And that just shows you that there is still shows you that no matter how high you Jakes get in this kingdom, you will still be under the curses and you will still be under the rule of your enemy. That's why Esau can get at the top and earn billions of your labor and then give you literal crumbs. You know how this music industry is. You can look up the 360 deals and you can look up how these labels sign and use rappers, right? And use the musicians and rappers. And they always go into this, all the different tactics the labels use in order to rope you in and keep you in these demonic ass, wicked ass, exploitative ass contracts. And it's all legal, of course. But that's not even what I wanted to talk about in this video. That's why I'm going to title the video "Wisdom is not comely for a niggard." Okay, that's because this is not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about in this video. This is just a background for you to understand what these kind of videos actually go into. Okay, but rather what I wanted to talk about is around the 8th minute mark. Specifically the 8th minute mark, the 8th minute mark on the dot. So let's go to that. Let's play the video.
When you talk about the devil, you like, yeah, damn, the devil lured you to do bad. What's the devil's purpose? Stop. You gotta understand that first. To cause chaos.
And that's where I have to stop the video right there. And you see that they're now going into, spirituality. What's the devil's purpose? When you say the devil comes to you and makes you to do bad, and they are going into this without understanding. And that's why the title of this video is "Wisdom is not comely for a nigger," because the guy that is talking right now, that's not I don't really know who he is. And I don't think he's actually the main, he's not the one that is being interviewed, because the one that is being interviewed is towards the right, right? This dude in the hat that is and that is at the far right. That is the smarts. That's that is actually a stage name that is being interviewed. And this guy is just somebody that is trying to make a rebuttal, because basically what Smart was saying was that, well, the industry is being controlled by the devil, which of course we already know, and it's already established that the devil is the elites of Esau Edom. But he's playing it as though it's the spiritual demon Satan, because that's what this Wakitake plantation Christianity wants you to believe, that, oh, it's the spiritual demon Satan, that the Most High, Yahweh Hashem in his infinite wisdom, right, created created a creature that would basically betray him and rebel against him, and all this cycle and this and that, and basically all these Christian fables. But what you Christians don't understand, and what a lot of you people in the world don't understand, is that the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, is 100% in control. Okay, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is 100% in control of the spiritual demon Satan, of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, which is the devil that is on the earth today. Of all these situations and everything that is going on the earth. So yeah, they are talking about the situation in the industry, and how basically all these musicians and your celebrities, they are anti-Hamashiachs. Okay, they are basically doing the will of Satan, of the devil, right? And you use these words without knowing what it means. What the word devil means is diablos, false accuser. And that word is supposed to refer to, and Satan means adversary as well. And that word is supposed to refer to a man, especially in the context in which you're applying it, right? Because one of the things that you realize a lot of Babylonians don't understand, or refuse to acknowledge when it doesn't suit them, is context, and the context in which words are being used. That's why these Christians will come out and say, "Oh, well, it says here neither Jew nor Greek." But what context is that verse being used in? It was written in the book of it was written in the Apostle Paul's message to the Galatians, that were predominantly Greek, right? He was talking to the Greeks, and he was breaking it down for them as, hey man, doesn't matter if you are Jew or Greek. It's not like there are going to be any Scythians among them, right? Or any Canaanites or any other group or nation among them. No, it was either going to be actual Israelites that knew that they were Israelites, or Israelites that thought that they were Greeks, or that were just recently woken up from the fact that they are not Greeks, right? But you see, like I said, like I was saying, context really matters. But let's continue playing the video, because basically they go into this whole discussion of what is the devil's purpose, and why what's the devil's purpose, and is the devil even real, and so on and so forth. Let's play the video.
To send your ass to hell, nigga. To hell. To get your soul. But hold on. Shit,
And let's also make it abundantly clear that there is no hell, okay? There is no such thing as hell. Hell is the grave. Hell is a condition, right? So if you are using it in the context of hell being a condition, in other words, Esau Edom is basically the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's whooping stick on our people, right? Because even the scriptures goes into that, and let's get that. Then of course you're right 100% that Esau Edom, the devil, is his role on the earth is to put our people in hell, right? To keep this world a hell for you Israelites, most especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Now let me get this precept. Now here it is. So this is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Right, and this is of course was speaking of Esau Edom, the so-called red man, right? Whether it was during the time of the triangular slave trade, when Christopher Columbus first came from the end of the world, which is basically um Europe, right? From the other side of the world to the Americas, okay? Or when you had the British come from Europe Europe once again, the pit, right? The bottomless pit, to the west coast of Africa, to carry the remnants of our people that were here during that time, all the way to the Americas, a far country in which or when your fathers knew not, and there you worshipped wood and stone, which is exactly what happened to our people. So now Deuteronomy 28 verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favour to the young, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. Yeah, and I know that the Akim over there in South America, right? The Akim in places like South America, places like Haiti, places like Jamaica and the like, they know what they can feel this preset, especially, here in West Africa, man. And I think I've gone into this before, but here in West Africa, most of these resources actually are owned by Edomites, right? Whether it's the gold mines that are in other parts of in Ghana, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and the like, or whether it's the diamond, the uranium mines, and to show you that these curses are coming off our people, and Jake is starting to get in power a little bit, right? Some of those mines were, taken away from Esau Edom and put in the hands of Jake, man, the governments that are, of the governments of those countries I just mentioned, whether it's Burkina Faso, Mali, or Niger. Because if you look it up, right, Burkina Faso recently nationalized some of the gold mines in their possession, and the same thing with Niger. Right now, I think Niger just put out a warrant for one of the CEOs of one of these mining companies that exist in their country, because what you realize is that Esau Edom basically set up an industry, right, within within West Africa, that is able to mine as much resources as they want from here, and instantly ship it over to whatever country that the company is from, and then that country now sells that product to other European countries, right, and profit from it. Kind of like what France was doing with the with Orano. I believe the name of the company is Orano. What France was doing with Orano, how it was selling, uranium to other European countries for their nuclear energy, right? And that's basically what this is showing you right here. The resources that you have in your nation, if you are a Jake that's living outside of Babylon the Great, right? You're living in a predominantly Israelite nation that isn't Babylon the Great, whether it's in the Americas, or whether it's here in Africa, or hell, even any other part of the world. The resources that you have in your nation does not belong to you. Esau Edom is in control of it, and he's basically using those resources to enrich himself, right? And it even applies as well to some, to an extent, to brothers in Babylon the Great, because human resources are still resources, right? When you think about things like the prison industrial complex, the abortion clinics, Esau is still using our people, right? Wait, oh, sorry, wrong word. Abusing our people and enriching himself off them. Because even the Alamakama, he mentioned it one time about how basically the prison industrial complex is like the most profitable stock the most profitable stock, or the most profitable industry to invest in, right? Because he was talking about how he was talking, he gave all that, he has mentioned that so many times about how the prison industrial complex is the most profitable stock to invest in, right? Because of it's basically using the same old slave trade tactics, very high a very high is it ROI that they call it, rate of interest or rate of return. I forgot what they call it, right? Because of how little you are spending on the labor, you are spending on the workforce, right? Everything is just basically everything is basically damn near dead cheap. And that shows you, man, that these curses are still on our people to some effects, okay? And that Esau, Edom, Esau is the devil, okay? Esau is the devil. That's the whole point of this. But let's go back to this. Like I said, let's go back to this. Like I said, Esau is the devil, and hell, okay, is the condition that these devils have you Israelites, us Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the scattered Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Hell is the condition these devils have us living under. because none of the situations that we see around us as Israelites is normal. Okay, whether it's the hood culture and the and the impoverishment of Israelites in America, Babylon the Great, when they had bustling, successful, all right, profitable, prosperous communities. Okay, that shows you the innovation of our people. And Esau basically took that away from you Jakes, man, and spent so much billions, right, to keep you Jakes under. Or even here in Africa, where you had all these sprawling civilizations that Jake built, the different kingdoms. Okay, and I recently did a video going into some of them, right? The kingdom of Wida, the kingdom of Wida, which of course even Esau knew, because you look at the old slave maps, they even said it straight up. They didn't even say, oh, this kingdom of Wida kind of sounds like, they said that is the kingdom of Judah. Okay, that the kingdom of Judah, they just pronounced it Wida because Esau is the devil, right? So probably for the sake of deceit, right? That's just one example of all the many kingdoms that were established here in West Africa as well, right? Before the transatlantic slave trade, once again, showing you the prosperity of our people, right? The prosperity and the innovation of our people, okay? And like I said, the conditions that Jake is currently in right now is not normal, man. This is as a result of the curses, okay? And also as a result of what or whose kingdom that we are currently living in, or rather living under in captivity, the kingdom of Esau Edom. Let's continue playing.
The hell? Yeah. And what he do? What they tell you? When he gets your soul, he torments you and he tortures you. He don't torment and torture you. Listen. He don't. What he do in your soul? The devil gets destroyed. The devil's curse. You got the science. But if you do bad, you give this nigga power. And he wants your soul. If he gets your soul, then your soul should give him more power. It doesn't give him power. Right? No, the devil's curse.
And this is really the arguments they are making, right? So, like I said, man, what they are saying really in this video doesn't really matter. That's why, like I said, the title of the video is "Wisdom is not commonly for a niggard," because the arguments that they are making here. Oh well, the devil, his goal is to throw you in hell, to cast you in hell, right? Which you can twist, you can basically take out the bring out the meat in that argument and spit out the bones, so that it is easy, so that it is actually in accordance with the doctrine. But at the end of the day, you know exactly what they are trying to say here, or that the devil is the spiritual demon Satan, Lucifer the fallen angel. That's their idea, that he's trying to tempt as many souls as he can to drag them to hell, which of course the hell doctrine, the devil being the spiritual demon Satan. So they are going off and they are all over the place with the doctrine. But ironically, it's just what Wakitaki Plantation Christianity teaches, and that shows you just how much confusion plantation Christianity has spread all over the world. And now the boss, hey, call halal Bashim Yoshai, call halal Yahweh Basham Yoshai Basham Rakakodash, that the men of the Lord are here to destroy that confusion. Okay, so yeah, and they are talking ultimately in the debate about Satan and what goes on in the industry. And hey, it's already been well documented. Different brands have already talked about what goes on in the industry, right? You already know how Esau's um we already know how Esau operates. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices as it is written, but rather what is important now to go into instead, rather than talking about Esau's wickedness, is is I'm saying too much, so like, yeah, the ignorance of our own people, right? Because Jake still hasn't woken up. This is a 3-year-old video, and they are going into the going on in the industry, what goes on in the industry, what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to this entertainment industry. And up till now, man, Jake still hasn't learned. Jake is still out here surprised when Diddy gets hemmed up, when Diddy gets thrown in prison, and 1,000 bottles of baby oil comes out. Jake is surprised when they hear that Jay-Z is getting hit with a assault charge, allegedly, because he was allegedly, doing something with a minor, right? Jake is still out here surprised that these things are happening you when you have multiple people, the men of the Lord, and even the people that are involved in that world have been talking about these things for years. And that shows you, hey, that these people out here, as it is written, they are the deaf adder that stoppeth her ears. Right, let me get that precept. Here it is. So this is the book of Psalms 58, verse 4. Yeah, let me just start from the top. Psalm 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And this is, of course, speaking of Esau, Edom, okay? But after all, it's not written in the book of John 8, verse 44, that our people, right, in this time, Jake, the two-thirds of our people are there as their father, the devil, and the lust of their father they will do. Hey, you Jakes out here, you are making Esau proud with your ignorance, your willful ignorance, and your unwillingness to hear the word of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, or to seek the truth, or to seek righteousness. Psalm 58, verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. You Jake, because these Jakes, they have all the strength in the world to talk about how, oh, the Hebrew Israelites are a hate group, the Hebrew Israelites are doing this, the Hebrew Israelites are doing that, right? But here you have the entertainment industry, all these famous actors, musicians, comedians, athletes, and so on and so forth, involved in all manner of wickedness. That even you Christians, in the low level that you are in, even in your low level, right? It is still considered wickedness among those Christians. But yet they will you never you hear peep, you hear pimp, you hear vocab say dick about it, you won't hear any of these Christian YouTubers even just so much as mention it, the wickedness in high places, right? And even though there are precepts showing, let me get that precept, let me get that precept. As the written that our we battle not against let me get that precept. We battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and the rulers of the darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places, right? So this is the book of Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that is really what our battle is against, because Esau is just a man. He's insignificant, okay? The real battle is against, the his real battle is against the evil that Esau has unleashed on this kingdom, right? The wickedness of Esau, Edom, the evil that he has allowed to multiply and to grow on the earth, the evil that he's pushing and promoting. And what we are doing is that we are bringing out the gospel of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and bringing, as it is written, every thought into the obedience of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Let me see if I can find that precept. Here it is. So this is the book of 2 Corinthians 10, verse 5. Because damn well I wasn't going to type any J or C. 2 Corinthians 10, verse 4. For the weapon of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to the pulling down of strongholds. And that's right. As you can see, we do not battle against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and evil in high places. So the weapons of our warfare are also not flesh and blood, but powerful, mighty through our Lord, through the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and He pulls down the strongholds. Why do you think all these things are being revealed in these last days? Why do you think Esau is getting exposed? Why do you think that as soon as Esau pulls a psyop, or he pulls one of these his deceits, that he can't that he's being exposed the next day? Think about the situation with Syria right now. Everybody already knows what's going on. The news is already out there that, hey, that's the coup that happened in Syria, the rebels that chased out the president of Syria, Assad, right? I think that was his name. They were backed by the US, backed by NATO and the EU, right? This is information that you have to wait years before you actually found out before. But now, because of this truth, because this truth is out there, the word of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is out there. Now this information is coming out, as soon as it happens. Okay, it's no longer being hidden anymore. After all, it's not written that the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will cause their tongue to fall upon them. These devils are coming out and exposing their own crimes, their own sins, right? Why do you think or have so much information about the horrors and the crimes that Esau Edom has committed all throughout the year, all throughout history, and all the evils that he has done? Because this truth has been coming out, and what this truth has done is that it has opened, right, all the secrets and all the things that have been hidden in this kingdom. So now, 2 Corinthians 10, verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. That's exactly what we, as the men of the Lord, are out here to do, right? That's exactly what we are out here to do, to bring this kingdom, to its knees through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakadash, to destroy this kingdom with the word of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? After all, it's not written that he would make how does it say it again? That he would make Judah a flame and Ephraim a fire and make Esau stubble. That is in the book of Obadiah. So let me quickly go to that. And we shall consume Esau, right? The same way that I also go to the book of Second Thessalonians. Let me just go to Second Thessalonians and get that precept where it said that the Most High will consume the wicked, right? Then shall the wicked be revealed, because Esau Edom is being revealed. Second Thessalonians 2 verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. He's the devil. He's the devil. Ekwensu. Right? It's Esau, man. Whenever you talk about the devil, whenever you talk about the Satan, the devil, especially when you are talking about in reference to the industry or the institution and what is set up, especially what is set up for our people to fall prey into. That's Esau, man. That's the Esau Edom, the Esau Edom. The I don't want not the spiritual demon Satan. Okay. So yeah, let me end the video right there. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Basham Rakakwadash. Wa abad babal. Shalom.